This is about the end. The end of my father's life. I want to say it came mercifully. I remember him being on the couch and me being on the floor. Or maybe I was on the couch too. We were watching public TV, which is our ritual. You know, we did this. We were intelligent men. And he got up. And I don't know, maybe he stepped over me or I stepped out of his way. Common theme here. I stepped out of his way and he headed for the bathroom and started throwing up. Big, heavy, lumbering guy. Boom, boom, boom. Remember that feeling? Oh shit, something's wrong. And I guess the puking didn't stop right away because an ambulance was called. So the ambulance came, and I think maybe the police came because it took several men to get him into the ambulance. I remember at one point he whirled around and just with the force of his arm knocked over my brother Michael, who was a big strong guy of 15, 16, a man-child. Apparently the last thing he did was to give my mom his watch. I guess the thought being that he would sort of recover and then come back. Anyway, it was 3.5 days from then that he actually died. We got the call on the 10th. The whole thing happened on January 6th. And then he was in the hospital. And I guess the story was that they were sticking pins in his eyes and he wasn't responding. So this was proof back then in 1975 that there was really nothing going on, and they would just let him go. Would I have pulled the plug on him? Probably. Of course, as a child, no, I would have wanted my father to live, I think. Hard to project back to those days, but of course a child would want its father. Today, I think, yeah, let him go. Just let him go. No reason belaboring a life that I'm not sure he wanted. Maybe he just took a bunch of the pills he was on and drank a bunch of booze and figured he was going to die, and it just took him a little longer than he thought. I'm not a real big suicide person, but I guess I could understand. And if that's how things unraveled, I guess I have to understand. Talking real recently with my brother Tom about this, he said he didn't think it was like that. He said, you know, he stroked out because he was a stress ball. His shoulders were up by his ears. He was very tense. And he was on a lot of meds. He was on hypertension meds. He was no doubt on some kind of mind control meds. The one kind of factoid that prevents me from believing that he drank a lot of booze was the fact that I was in the living room with him that night, watching TV. And he didn't seem like he was drunk. He actually seemed like he was kind of at peace. So it was a surprise when he got up. Did I imagine being in the room with him? Did I imagine watching TV with him? First instinct, no, I didn't. I was there. I know I was there when it started. I'm not convinced that he killed himself. I think it's real plausible. Maybe he was thinking of it. But he didn't seem like a guy who'd taken a lot of pills and a lot of booze, which was always the combination I thought would do it. He did seem like a guy who'd taken a lot of pills. But I think if he were to kill himself, knowing as little as I do about the man, I think booze would have been involved. So, I don't know. I'm leaning toward he fell, not toward he was pushed. Could be wrong.